Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Software Inc. Alpha 9. I certainly hope you're having a wonderful day because here at NerdResoft, things are going pretty well. I've also just spotted this chef here going for a nice leisurely stroll into our first building. Oh, would you look at that? Where are you actually going there, buddy? Where are you off to? I mean, I assume you're off to the kitchen. Yeah, into the kitchen and then back to the other building with a pot. Okay, sure. That's, and then this guy's wandering back to this kitchen with, oh god, are they cooking in like, I feel like they're cooking in the wrong kitchens and then carrying it back to the other building. That seems kind of silly, but okay, I'll let them do it, no problem. You guys, you just do what you want to do. Anyway, today I would like to go ahead and buy a little bit more land just over to the right here. So I'm going to drag this out to about there, because I want to get these two bits of land up here and this one down here. But these two are the important ones because I want to make a couple of new buildings up there. I want to get room for the marketing team to have their own building, basically, because I want to expand the marketing team considerably. So what I'm going to do is make a building that's kind of similar to this one in that it has the pillars in the corners. So let's go ahead and do the pillars to begin with, because it's going to be much, much easier to do those first. And the building is going to pretty much just fill up this entire space. So we've got the pillars in the corners like that. I could do something with angles, possibly. Just again, to be a little bit different to the other buildings. So something with angles might be kind of nice, just like this. Bring it over to that point and around like this as well. Up to about there, across and to there and straight across like that. So that doesn't look so bad. It's going to be, like I said, kind of similar to the previous building, but I do want this to have, I think 2 floors on this one. Maybe 2 floors, or maybe we will make it the same height as that one. I don't know. We'll see what we end up doing with it. I do, however, want to go and grab the same style for the building here. So unify that and then go grab the corner pillars and we will unify those as well. I might change the color in a little bit. It might be a better idea to make the marketing building green because money, but we'll totally see. So that's going to be the basic setup for the marketing building. I think for the time being, we will just go for the 2 floors. So let me just head upstairs and let me go from there to there. And let me also do little bits in the corner like that and like that. And like that, and like that. Because it might be an idea to unify these 2 main rooms like that, and then get the corner pieces unified to be the style of the pillars that are on the ground floor. So if we do that kind of thing, that looks okay, actually. I kind of like that. So that's going to be the basic shape of the marketing building. Rather than, you know, having you watch this whole thing and be bored off of your face, what I'm going to do is go ahead and get the majority of this building done, get most of the inside of it done, and then we'll go ahead and hire a bunch of people, and hopefully marketing is going to be much more efficient. And then I'd like to do a similar thing with the support team just over here. Okay, so I've done some of the construction that I wanted to get done. We've gone ahead as well and moved the marketing team out of most of the rooms around here. I want to go ahead and move them out of this one as well. You'll also notice they're called Marketing 1. That's because marketing is going to be split across multiple teams. We're going to have 2 marketing teams instead of just the 1. It is also going to have a bunch more people because we've got these 4 rooms here, each with 10 desks. So I've already done the HR management steps necessary to hire another 12 marketers to work on the marketing team. And we should see them all come in relatively soon. Well, they'll come in next month, of course, and then everybody's going to move off to the new offices over here. At least that's the plan. We'll see if that actually works out, which, I mean, it absolutely should. I do realize they don't currently, there we go. They don't currently have any phones at their computers, so I would like to go ahead and just fix that very quickly. And whilst I'm doing that, I shall outline my plans. So, I would like to go ahead and get all these marketers in here. I'd like to make them as efficient as they can be. I also realized I forgot to put the room dividers or the desk dividers into this office and this office. I can totally do that in a second as well. I want to get the 2 marketing teams. I want to make sure they're as good as they can possibly be. And then what I want to do is have one of them go on vacation in July and the other go on vacation in June, because that means that we're never going to have a month where marketing doesn't get done. Now, that's something that was suggested in the comments of, I believe, yesterday's episode. And it is a very good idea. It's something I have done in the past. I usually make a point of getting multiple marketing teams a lot sooner than at this point. I have left it very, very late this time around, which I usually don't do, but we'll not worry too much about that. Now, let's see. That goes there, I think? No, that goes there. Okay. Let's just move these dividers about a little bit. So yeah, I want to get the multiple marketing teams on the go, because I do think that is going to be a very good idea, so that we can make sure that, like I said, marketing is always going to be done regardless of anyone being on holiday. I'm also noticing that these rooms are very, very bland, but I'll add some decorations to those in just a little bit. In fact, let's go ahead and add a nice plant by all of the doors, I suppose. Get some of those in there to increase the environment of the room. We can add a clock to the wall just there and there. We'll get a couple in this room as well, just to increase their effectiveness and their efficiency. Why is this? Is that $900? That's $9. I was going to say, is that a $900 clock? It's amazing if it is. But there we go. That's some good decorations there. We'll get some decorations in the hallways too. And you'll notice I didn't forget to add bathrooms to this building. Didn't forget to do that at all. They're right in the middle of the hallways there. So that'll hopefully keep everybody nice and happy. But there we go. We have the new marketing building. We have more marketers than we've had in the past. And hopefully that's going to result in some good stuff. So, Polygonal Thought, at the moment, not doing amazing. Not really doing amazing at all, but, that should be fine, right? That should be totally fine. I mean, the new marketing team, we have prominent marketing as well. I just realized that it's not a marketing problem. I don't think any of these failing miserably was inherently a marketing problem. I think it might have been, my problem, but we'll not worry too much about that. I mean, it is sort of making money. We're just spending more marketing it than we're ever earning. So we'll not worry too much about Polygonal Thought. Let's just put that up there and leave it to its devices. Let's have a little bit of a look at Vision Point 3 and a look at Polygonal Thought M as well, just to see what the state of those two pieces of software happens to be at the moment. So Vision Point 3 is at 6.0, so that's not going to take too long to get good. And Polygonal Thought M is a 6.4, so we want to make sure that is as good as it can possibly be. So, let's go ahead and figure out a nice layout for these two rooms upstairs. And I'm not going to walk you through this entire thing. I'm not going to make you watch me furnish these entire rooms, but I would like you to just join me in a little bit of an adventure whilst we try and work out what the best layout's going to be for this. I think that'll be a pretty good start. I reckon we can get some desks going around here as well. Get desks there as well, and get some desks along that wall too. So having desks around the walls seems like a pretty good plan, to be honest. Unfortunately, there is no way to completely mirror this, so what I'm going to do is sort both of these offices on this side at the same time, and then I should just be able to rotate these two around to fit it into those two spaces. I just need to select all of the furniture when it comes to doing that. And like I said, this is going to be space for another marketing team, and it is a little bit weird to have the team split across two floors like this. I was thinking that I could maybe put the customer support team up here and massively expand it, but I like the idea of the two marketing teams, and then I can put customer support in a building over here. And I'm thinking that building could be several floors high, because we could get a lot of customer support, because I would like to get a lot of different teams on the go at some point, so that we can, as I've said before, heavily automate the production of just a lot of things, really. I just want to get as much production going as we possibly can. I want to automate as much of it as we possibly can, because that way it gives me less to do, absolutely, but it does also mean that we're going to be releasing more stuff than I can reasonably get us to release. So I'm excited to see what we can do with that. So let's get this initial setup of computers copied here, because I want these rooms to be symmetrical. So that computer is going to go there. Then we start from that bit of wall and come in like this. We go to there, and we go to there. And that's pretty good, actually. We go from here the whole way in, skipping one the whole way along, go to there and go to there. And there is room in the middle for another little 2-meter end table desk, just like that. Although that's going to want to move just a little bit to there, I suppose, possibly. I don't know, maybe there isn't room in here for that. Maybe that's not a thing we can do. In fact, it is totally a thing we can do. We can rotate it that way. And we can put the chairs like that. Speaking of which, we probably want to get the chairs in here as well. And so the Marketing 2 offices are done. They've also got room for a team leader over in this building. I decided to change up one of the old marketing offices, cut off this little bit and turn it into a bit of an office for a leader. So what we're going to do is we're going to start hiring a leader for Marketing 2. We're going to look for all of the usual stuff. We're going to go Marketing 2. We are going to look for the highest skills available, and we're going to look for someone that's, you know, relatively young. Like 31's a good age. You're short-tempered and generous, so that's maybe okay. You are 31 as well. You're an extrovert and you're optimistic. That's actually perfect. So, Erica Long, you are going to be hired to Marketing 2 as the team leader. So let's go to you. Let's change your role to leader. Let's go ahead and educate you first off for 1 month in lead skills so we can max out your lead skill. Then what we'll do is train you for 3 months in HR and then have you automatically go ahead and hire everyone for Marketing Team 2, which should be absolutely beautiful. Now, currently, we're still making some good money off of Wave 6. Plain Tricks World is at 1.3 million there. Nbox Mobile and Polygonal Thought M aren't doing so great, but that should be okay. We can absolutely make it work. And I'm noticing that marketing's heading off. Are you guys all going home? I think you might be. You're certainly not going for meetings anyway, so... Oh yeah, you're all going home. We probably want to get more parking, to be honest. I am sort of curious to know if this game's ever going to have, like, multi-story car parks as something you could build. Because that would be kind of cool. Although it has nothing to do with the software development or management of your company, it would be really useful to have multi-story car parks. Just saying. It really would be kind of useful. What are we currently printing? Oh, God. There's almost 5 million copies of Nerdbox in stores at the moment. That's not good. We're never going to sell 5 million bloody copies of Nerdbox. Speaking of which, let me have a look here. What have we sold? So we barely sold any units of Polygonal Thought. Barely any at all. We didn't even sell that many units of Nerdbox. It hasn't made a profit yet. Which is kind of worrying because we're banking on the fact that we're gonna go ahead and sell a lot of this stuff. You know, we're hopefully going to be selling Race Car Driver at some point. That's kind of the plan here. So I don't know. I'm a little bit worried about that. If we have a look in here, this is getting developed, right? Like, yeah, that is underway. I could take it over. It's not queued. I'm not quite sure what that means. We've got... It's in the design phase, no followers, release, no info yet. That's fine. Started development in May 2003. Hopefully that'll push itself into development soon enough. I kind of feel like I didn't get the right grip on the market at the right time. I'm kind of feeling like with it being August 2003, I really should have expanded my company a little bit quicker than I did. And I should have also gone ahead and like made operating systems sooner than I did. I feel like that's what's kind of holding the company back at the moment. I feel like that's what's sort of letting the company down a little bit. But we'll not worry too much about that. Here's my question, though. Are you in your office? Yes, you are. You've had your training, right? You should have absolutely had your training. Let's have a look. So you are at 100% lead skill. Beautiful. Let's educate you in HR management for 3 months so we can then go ahead and automate this whole process. I do believe there is room for 56 people in here. If we just select all the chairs in there, select all the chairs in that one, and in that one, and... Oh, God, I didn't mean to do that. Let's not worry about it. Let's just assume that I'm right. Although I am going to worry about it because I don't want to hire too many people, so... Let me just select all of these, and oh, for God's sake, it totals up to 56. It's 14 per room. 14 and 14 is 28. 28 and 28 is 56. It's 56. We need 56 people. That's totally fine. So we'll get the 56 people for the new marketing team when we get a chance. And for the meantime, let me go ahead and get another review of Vision 3 on the go there. And same with Polygonal Thought M. To be honest, I'm sort of thinking that I might just go ahead and have Polygonal Thought M release, or at least push into beta regardless of its current state, because it's been sat there for a while. So Vision 3 is still at 6.6. Polygonal Thought M is at 6.4. You know what? I'm gonna just push it into... I'm just gonna put it into beta. Because I want to get that thing released, and I want to say that the release date will be March of 2004. So yeah, we'll go for March of 2004, because if I can't go for July, I can't go for anything too close to July. Well, actually, I could, because the other marketing team would be here by then. So maybe we do. Maybe we go like May. Let's go April. April 2004, Polygonal Thought M is going to release. That's in a few months' time. That's fine. Vision 3, I want to say it's going to be releasing... Why is it saying September 2008? Is that like the estimated, like, this is how long it's going to take for this to be bloody amazing? Because if that's how long it's going to take for that to be amazing, then I'm not interested. Let's say 2004. Let's say in a year. Let's say Vision 3 is coming out in a year's time. And that should be fine. So we'll hopefully get that done within that amount of time. Let me turn off the room labels here and let me look at deals again just to make sure we're not missing anything. We have some hosting here. Let's put that on the hosting server. We have more hosting just there. We have some print jobs, which we can totally take. Yeah, that'll be totally fine. Not going to worry about that. So we'll get all that done. Race car driver is still in design at the moment, which is a little bit strange. What team's working on that? Dev A, Dev B, and marketing are technically working on that. Then the development team is game devs. Is it possible that it's not being passed off to the game devs because they're working on Polygonal Thought M? Yeah. Let's take them off of that. Just because the game devs are not doing nothing, technically. So does that mean that race car driver is going to be pushed into that phase? Because I'm not actually seeing any design being done. All of the designers in these teams are just sat there doing nothing. I wonder if it's that network thing that we had. I wonder if it's the network problem from before. Because that would make sense. Remember, if you remember in the last episode, we had issues with getting any network design to be done. They just won't do it for some reason. I'm going to take this over and see what happens. Take over that. That's fine. So it's currently sat, and that's... Yeah, network is not being done at all. I have to imagine that's a bug. Which kind of throws my plans through the loop, to be honest. If they're not going to do network design, that's never going to get promoted, so that can't release. So cancel that. Let me cancel that as well. Right now, Dev A and... Who are working on that? No, don't do any marketing yet. Dev A and Dev B are working on Vision 3. Mobile devs are working on Polygonal Thought M. Let's give the game devs just a game, basically. Not an online game, just a game. We're going to go back. We're going to go game. The category is going to be sports. It is going to be a follow-up to... Ooh, we haven't released Plane Tricks 2015 since... We haven't released one in this franchise since April 1983. Well, I didn't release it. What if we take Plane Tricks and take it back to being a single-player experience? Like a single-player sports experience to do with planes. Nah, let's make a new IP. It's gonna have to be, it's gonna be single-player. It has to be, because for some reason multiplayer is just not working at the moment. So local multiplayer can be a thing. But for some reason we can't do regular multiplayer. I wonder if it's my servers. Is my hosting server overloaded? Is that the problem? Hosting is that... No, the load is at 2.62, so that's not the problem. That's very strange. We're just not going to do multiplayer because it doesn't work. So, mod support, touch support, advanced input, cutscenes, 3D graphics, just everything there. The game engine will be Polygonal Thoughts. 3D editor really should be Vision 3, but we'll not worry too much about it. Let's go by release date here, and of course use CinemaStop 3. And the audio tool, of course, Wave 6 with 1.39 million users. And that should be fine, although this can only go on Nerdbox at the moment. But that'll be fine. That'll be totally fine. So, the name of this is going to be The Fishing Tricks in something. Rifle Ball Sim... No. Base Tricks. Oh, let's think. It is a single-player sports game. What kind of single-player sports game would release in, like, 2004, 2005? I don't know. Plane Attack? Oh, God. Plane Heroes. That's what it's going to be. Plane Heroes. It's like within the Plane Tricks thing, it's just an offshoot and is kind of its own IP. That's the way this is going to work. Although, now you know what? Plane Tricks World was the last multiplayer one. Plane Heroes is the new thing with touch support, apparently. So let's put it on Nerdbox for the time being. And let's give that to the game devs who aren't currently doing anything. So give that to game devs and develop. That doesn't... Oh, it does need network. Did I give it multiplayer again? I feel like I might have given it multiplayer again. That was an accident. Hold on. Oh, I see what happened. Basically, when I selected Plane Tricks World as the franchise, it automatically added multiplayer because that was in the previous game. But we're not going to bother with multiplayer because networking doesn't seem to be working. I don't know if that is just because of my incompetence or if that is a bug or what it might be. But I'm just not going to bother with multiplayer. It's called Plane Hero. It is a continuation of that old franchise, but it's a reimagining of that old franchise. So it doesn't have multiplayer. It is a single-player heroic sports game. And we are going to develop it. I'm also thinking that I want to go ahead and port Polygonal Thought, because I might as well. Even though it was designed to be a game engine for our own system, there are millions of active users I'm potentially missing out on there, and I would like to see if we can make Polygonal Thought more successful than it currently is, because it's well, I'd say more successful than it currently is. It's not successful, basically. And I would like to see if we can make it successful, even though it's only mediocre. I know it's not going to be amazing, but even though it's, you know, that, I want to see if we can make this work. We failed to print the last 92,525 copies. Oh, okay. I mean, that's fine. It cost me a bit of money, but that's fine. We can't keep up with support for Plane Tricks World. Look, we'll be fine. Don't worry about support for Plane Tricks World. Let's just get this into some good development here. An employee is freezing. You are freezing. Why are you freezing? I mean, there is a radiator in there, mate. So, I mean, there is absolutely a radiator in there, but there you go. Have a radiator. Is that going to make you feel any better, mate? It did. That absolutely did, actually. I wonder if the temperature in these rooms is maybe too low. It's 15 in there. It is 17 in there. 19 in there. I guess it is maybe a little bit cold for some of them. Especially at this time of year. I might want to look into more radiators. Because I have a feeling they are probably a little bit cold, but it'll be fine. Hold on a minute. What is this? Idle employees. Designers, artists, and game devs are going to be idle. So I guess that makes sense. Let's see then. So speed this up a little bit. This is going to be promoted. And we'll see how that goes. So Polygonal Thought is being slowly ported to all of these different systems. And I sincerely hope it actually works. Leola Anderson has retired. Leola Anderson was a marketer. So that should be... you should be automatically replaced, I do believe, Leola Anderson. Should be. Polygonal Thought, is it going to make any money being on these different operating systems? It's always a risky thing doing this because it might not work. No, that's probably not going to work, to be honest. Not going to worry too much about that, though, because what it does mean is Plain Hero can eventually be released on these other operating systems, which is a thing that we're going to want to do. I'm also thinking I would actually like to go and buy a certain franchise. I would like to sort by release, and I would like to buy CinemaStop if I can. Because it's the 3D editor, it's the most recent 3D editor, and it's the one that we're using, so what do you want for that? 5.4 million for Stab Garden. What is Stab Garden currently worth? Stab Garden's worth that. They are not worth as much as me, I don't think. No, they're not. I'm worth significantly more money. Okay. Well, that's fair enough. I mean, I don't mind giving them 5.4 million for it because I'm using it. So I've bought that from Stab Garden. Stab Garden, I was sitting there with fewer products. That's fine. Fringe Clamp there with the 4 products and worth the most money. You did the... Yeah, you did like the £2,165 operating system for a phone in December 2003. Wait a minute, what? That just released, didn't it? Jesus. Okay, wait, that only just released? I could swear I've seen that before. I'm a little confused by this. I could swear I've seen that before. I'm having deja vu at the moment. Okay, whatever. Let's not worry too much about that. Let's push, let's get another review of Vision 3 there. I'm curious to see what people currently think of it. So the current reviews say it's at a 7.4, not bad. Let's keep that in beta for another month or two. Polygonal Thought M, hopefully going to be pretty decent there. Is there anything I can stop supporting? I think I could probably stop supporting Nbox Mobile. Although we are about to release a thing for it. That cannot be stopped. That can't be stopped. Original Polygonal Thought is probably worth keeping on for a little bit longer. Is it going to sell any units being on these new operating systems? I sincerely hope it does, but I'm not going to hold my breath on it because it wasn't amazing. Yeah, Polygonal Thought, they're not really making money. Definitely a shame, but these things happen. So it's been ported to every operating system it can currently be on. Let's go ahead and get Vision 3 to 1 million lines of code if we can, and then I'll push it into beta. There is still plenty of time for that to go. Let's also get some early reviews of Plain Hero and see what people have to say about that. I'm actually very curious about Plain Hero because, I mean, yeah, it's an 3.8 already. Not bad. And the code isn't terrible. It's actually the art that's letting it down. Okay, not bad. Also, the new marketing team leader's back. So let's go ahead and get the 56 marketers that we need for marketing 2, HR options. We want 56 marketers as young as possible with education. And do like -5 for that for some reason so we can educate them. A budget of 1 million. Or whatever that is. Yeah, that's 1 million. And enable. There we go. So we should have 56 marketers, 57 people now in that team. Beautiful. 321% compatibility as well. Absolutely beautiful right there. Let's go ahead and have them work on... Have them work on this. Let's give that to marketing 2. And let's give Polygonal Thought to marketing 2. The 2 things that aren't selling right now being looked after by the amateur marketing team. And also give them Nerdbox, I think. We'll put them on Nerdbox so that they have something going for them. But that'll keep the marketing teams busy. There are several things to market. There's also several things releasing soon that I should probably start marketing now that I think about it. We've just completely missed marketing opportunities for Polygonal Thought M. I'm a friggin' idiot right there. Get that marketed, get a press build out for it at least. That'll do something. And then we need to get some very, very last minute marketing done for this for tomorrow. So give that to marketing 1 and 2 to hopefully get that done. I'm not too worried about Polygonal Thought. I mean, I am sort of rushing it out the door, so This kind of thing's to be expected. I'm really not concerned about it selling or not selling, because I want to restructure my releases a little bit, because I don't think we are doing anything that's going to sell amazingly at the moment anyway. So get that out. Let's get another press release out to the people. Let's get another press build out to the people. And let's just push this into beta, because that doesn't have all that long. So release that, and then honestly, just release Polygonal Thought M. We do want to start marketing it. I want to give it to Marketing 2, who are admittedly less experienced, but whatever, that should be fine. We will order some copies. We'll order like 100,000 copies, because I really don't think we're going to need more than that. And that should be fine. Let's push support up to there. Give that to customer support, who we are going to need to expand in probably the next episode. I really don't want to do more construction at the moment, so we'll do that in the next one. Marketing 2 is going to handle that. We'll push that up to the top there. And does that mean that... what team is currently doing nothing then? Who is... it's you guys are currently doing nothing, right? Mobile devs are not doing nothing, which frees them up to do literally anything else. I might change them to be Dev C as opposed to mobile devs, but we'll see in just a moment. You know what? Let's go in here for a second. Polygonal Thought M. Can I port it to other operating systems? Because it would absolutely help it sell. Yeah, other phone operating systems though. I am going to keep that kind of strict rule that it is a phone thing. It's not really for computers. None of these have active users. Hold on a minute. Let me sort by active users. Let me sort by the highest active users. There's a phone one, and there's a phone one. So port it to those. And there we go. So Polygonal Thought M might actually sell a little bit, considering it's on some new operating systems, although it's actually good. It's better than the sort of original one, I suppose. So it might do okay. Let's get... did I not? Oh, I didn't promote you. It was you I promoted. That's fine. You've got the release date of September 2004. Let's get some more reviews in of Plane Hero there, so we can see what people think of it. So let's just end that. It's currently sitting at a 5.6. Not bad. I am curious, I will admit, to see how Polygonal Thought M ends up doing here. Now that it's on those other operating systems. If it does amazingly, I'm going to be really surprised. Yeah, it hasn't really sold at all. So it's not going to sell. Need to make a name for ourselves, up the marketing game. I mean, we could port it to modern operating systems. We absolutely could. But I just don't see the point. I think my hold on the market's not as good as I want it to be. I feel like we have got a hold over the... we have absolutely got a hold over the audio tool market. But when it comes to game engines and games, I'm not so sure. Although, Plane Hero might be amazing. Might be. Anyway, it is coming into... oh, hold on a minute. I didn't change this team, did I? Marketing 2. Can I have you go on holiday in June? Are you actually going to go on holiday, or did I make it too late? Oh, I left it too late, didn't I? I left it too late. Yeah, Marketing 2 is in here now, and they didn't go on holiday, so they're all going to go on holiday in July. Damn it. Oh, I totally forgot to do that. Okay, whatever. That's fine. What I want to do is get some... I kind of want to get some initial marketing in Vision 3, but there's not much point doing it until August, which is a bloody month before it comes out. So let's just take a risk on this and give those two teams the job of writing a press release for Vision 3 and release. Market it with apparently a press release again. Market it with a press build. And also some hype, which can be maintained by Marketing 2. So there we go. We'll get both teams working on that. We'll get this released. And we shall go ahead and hopefully see Vision 3 be relatively popular. That would be very, very nice to see Vision 3 be relatively popular, because We haven't really released anything that has been incredibly popular in a little while. I mean, Wave 6 is still doing okay. Plain Tricks World is actually amazingly still doing all right. This has a growing number of followers, which is not bad. It is a 2D editor, though, so to be honest, I am curious to see if we can make... Can we use Vision 3? No. So you can't use an in-development thing. So we're going to have to make Vision 3D, like, immediately after Vision 3. And then start using that in all of our games. And then I think we're going to be able to get to the automated game development. Because I want to get back to that. I want to get back to automated development. We're just going to have to say that these games don't have networking or something like that. Because for some reason that's not working. And I still don't know if that's just if it's a bug, or if it's something I've done, or if there's something I'm obviously missing. I really don't know, and it's annoying me because if it's something I'm just missing, then I'm going to feel like an idiot when it comes to looking at the comments because it's going to be so obvious. So I do apologize, I suppose, if it's something I'm missing and it's painfully obvious. I'm honestly just not seeing it. I also realized I forgot to fill up these bathrooms, didn't I? So let's go to bathroom, get the lights just in like so. And get the toilets just in there, and that should keep everybody up here nice and happy. There we go. So it is August of 2004. Let's go ahead and get another press release out on Vision 3. Let's get a press build out on Vision 3. Release that. Number of followers is still climbing, which is beautiful news. We might have done this pretty well. We might have timed the marketing for Vision 3 pretty darn well here. Let's get some reviews of Plain Hero and see what people think of that. I actually saw a comment recently which was curious to know if the outsourced marketing of things would maybe hurt the marketing, or did I say outsourced marketing? Outsourced reviews of things would maybe hurt the marketing a little bit later down the line. I don't know for sure that it doesn't, but in me brain, I'm thinking that the outsourced marketing is basically the equivalent of going to another development studio and saying, hey, would you beta test this and tell us what you think? Or would you like alpha test this and tell us what you think? It's not necessarily doing like a public test. It is just, it's peer reviewing. It's like giving it to another team in your company, except you're giving it to another team in another company. I don't think it counts as like announcing that the game exists. At least I hope it doesn't count like that. Either way, it is now September of 2004. So I am going to go ahead. Oh, that's the wrong one. I almost looked at Plain Hero and freaked out. Vision Point 3 is going to release. We're going to start a marketing campaign. It's going to be given to both of the marketing teams, and we are going to print copies. Sorry, we're going to order copies. 250,000 of them. And we can also print copies for just a little while. So, start printing. There we go. Hopefully it sells. Hopefully it sells. Let's go straight back into development, though, because we want to get a 3D editor on the go. It is good quality, which is not bad. Let's go to original IP and say that CinemaStop 3 is going to become... We could do CinemaStop 4D. But I think what I want to do is Vision... Video? Where did that come from? Vision... There we go. Vision.3D. Just because, you know, confusing names and all that. So let's just give this everything that it can possibly have. Oh, God, it needs to use... It might need networking. I don't know if it does, but we'll see. Put it on the hosting server. Develop it in Dev 2. 242 pounds, make that 200, exactly, 200 flat right there. It is a follow-up to CinemaStop 3. It is going to run on, oh god, a lot of operating systems in here. Can I just add it to everything? Like, if I just say go back that far, it can be outstanding, and it can also run on all of that. So that doesn't seem like a bad idea. Let's give that to Dev A and Dev B and have them work on it and develop. Then let's get support for Vision Point 3 to the customer support team and throw that up there. And let me also have a look at anything in here that might need support. Now, I don't think Nbox Mobile needs any more support. I also think I'm gonna have to cancel some marketing. So Polygonal Thought M, cancel marketing. Nbox Mobile, end the marketing. Plain Tricks World still going strong. Polygonal Thought, honestly, end the marketing. I'm gonna take some heat for canceling support on these, but I'm just gonna take it because I don't want to support them anymore. Nbox Mobile, cancel support on that as well. Can we cancel Bug Blocker? Not yet. Nerdbox? No. Vision Point 3? Obviously not. And Wave 6? Definitely not. So that's brought marketing down a little bit. That's fine. So the two marketing teams are spending silly amounts of money marketing Vision Point 3 at the moment. But I'm actually kind of excited to see if it's going to work out. I mean, over £250,000 in a month to market that is the most we've ever spent, I think. So we'll see what happens. That might be good. That might work out. Or it might not. Who knows? We're going to see. I'm hoping Vision Point 3 does well, though. I really hope it does well. I don't know if that's on anything, though, now that I think about it. Vision Point 3, I've only put that on... No, that runs on everything. Oh yeah, no, that's totally fine. That's good. That's what I want to see. So Vision Point 3 might make money. 1.6 million. That's not bad. That is not bad. Maybe if we market it more, no one to buy it, hopefully they port it. I mean, it is on, like, everything, so that's totally fine. I'm actually quite pleased with that. Polygonal Thought and marketing on that, we're spending way too much. So that's totally okay. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. I am genuinely quite pleased with that. Let's get some more outsourced reviews of Plain Hero, so we can see what's up there. And those reviews, 6.6. I hope it goes higher than that. It's definitely slowing down a little bit, but yeah, that's not bad. Widespread marketing in Vision Point 3. I am genuinely quite happy with that, to be honest. I really am. I really am happy with how that's turned out. 2.3 million there. Plain Tricks World does not meet demand. Really? We've really sold out of copies of Plain Tricks World. How is that sold? 1.6 million units sold. No, that's almost as much as Wave 6. That's kind of ridiculous, actually. I've also just noticed that Vision Point 3 has not actually made money, which is curious. Let's start printing copies of that then, because we're going to need them. I don't think we're going to need more copies of Polygonal Thought M or Cinema Stop 3. So I'd say that's totally fine. Let's get some early reviews of Vision Point 3D. Loving these names. Obviously, we have the best names here at the company. Oh, wow. No, that's going to take a little while to be developed. I have a feeling that Vision Point 3D is going to be a bit of a slow burner. I don't think we're going to be getting that one out to the people anytime soon. Okay, so what have we done today? We have managed to restructure support a little bit. We have expanded the marketing department. And we have released a couple of things. Some didn't do well, some did okay. We've cancelled some support, we cancelled some marketing, but we have refocused the company, I like to think. I do like to think that that's what we've managed to do here. So I think, ladies and gents, I am going to leave it there for today. Next time, we're going to work on expanding the support team because we desperately need to do that. I am thinking that we'll get just sort of a nice tall building here in this little square that can be for that entire team. We can obviously get a team leader there as well that can automatically hire and fire people where necessary. In fact, I think support has a team leader. I'm pretty sure they do. Yeah, customer support has a team leader. That's totally fine. So customer support is going to be expanded next time, which I do believe will actually nearly empty out this building. So what I might do is get a second game dev team in this building, because marketing only has their leader in here at this point. And And obviously we have the other leaders as well, but we are going to have some empty rooms in here, so I think it might definitely be an idea to expand the game devs team or get a second one working in that building. But I will say, I think next time we are definitely going to look into automation when it comes to development, because we have stepped back away from automation a little bit. We have actually gone in completely the opposite direction to what I wanted to go in with regards to automation. We did have Wave 6 release from an automatic development that did incredibly well. I want to see if we can do that same thing with any other piece of software. I want to get audio tools automated. I want to get 2D editors, 3D editors, everything that we can possibly automate. I want to automate that development because I think that's where the end of this game is at the moment. That's something I've been talking with James Flabaliki Simsupply. I've been talking to him a little bit about this game and saying that at the moment, it seems like the goal is to eventually completely automate your company. And I like that as an idea. I think it's really cool that the goal is to say, hey, you have to do everything from the get-go, but once you're really rich and successful, everyone does it for you automatically. I think that's a cool goal to have here. So I know that some people have been commenting saying that they don't necessarily want me to go down that line, but I really do think that's where the sort of end game is at the moment for Software Inc. I do really think it is all about that automation. And based on the fact that anything we have released from project management has done so well, I feel like that's an incentive to go down that path. So that's absolutely what I'm going to do. I would like to try and be the most valuable company as well, but I mean, Fringe Clap are worth £12 billion. That's a lot of money. They have made 9.4 billion in profit in a year. They have made 9.4 billion in actually less than a year, because this thing here with 6.15 million active users happened to be good quality and be a phone operating system for £2,100. I'm curious to see how much that actually does end up making in the space of a year. That's going to make over 10 billion, isn't it? Once it hits December 2004, that's absolutely going to be over 10 billion. Oh, hello, we can't see it. Let's have a look. No, actually, it didn't. Okay. Fair enough. Plain Tricks World does not meet demand. Really? Are we still not meeting demand for Plain Tricks World? Plain Tricks World has... Yeah, it's still selling like crazy. Let's order another 1 million copies of that. Because we might as well. And, yeah, ladies and gents, I am actually going to go ahead and leave it there for today. So, thank you kind of for watching. Vision Point 3 is selling better than it has been. There's another disco car right there. Things are going pretty well at the company. I want to go towards automation. I want to go towards being filthy stinking rich, and we'll see if we can manage to do it. So thank you kind of for watching. This has been Software Inc. Alpha 9 Part 10, I think. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!